Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today it's the big one, England versus Germany. England finished top of Group D while the Germans came second in Group F to set up a mouth-watering round of 16 tie. It's set to be an incredible game at Wembley, and whichever team comes out on top will have real aspirations about going all the way to the final with the way the draw split and the Dutch getting knocked out. It could either be coming home for Gareth Southgate in England or witnessing Jurgen Lohr's last dance as Germany manager. But who will come out on top at Wembley? Well, using Football Manager 2021, I want to see which squad is better, so I've dumped both 26-man squads into the Premier League to see who will do the best between Gareth Southgate and Jurgen Lohr. Will it be England or Germany? And more importantly, who will it be this evening? I mean, if you're watching this after the game, you already know that John Stones crashed home a last-minute winner for England, or Thomas Muller wrapped up a 4-1 trouncing for Germany. It'll be one of those two, probably. Anyway, let's do it. This is England versus Germany in the Premier League. Let's go. Right, here we are at the start of the simulation, the 27th of July 2020, and here is the Premier League table. You see England, they have replaced Fulham. As for Germany, they have replaced Sheffield United. There they are. Jurgen Lohr, the manager, he's got the full 26-man German squad. Same for Gareth Southgate, he's got his 26-man England squad, the exact squads they've got in the tournament right now. But which side will do the best? I mean, when you look at this German squad, there's some incredible players. Kimmich, Muller, Goretzka, Gundogan. Incredible players. Gnabry, Neuer, Toni Kroos. But even England, they've got great players as well. Just for ease, I've left Germany playing at Bramall Lane. I could have had them playing in Munich, but I thought that might have made things a bit more difficult for them travelling to England every other week for a game. I mean, I know that they'd have real home advantage, but just for ease, they are still playing at Bramall Lane. Both teams have got transfer bans, so there'll be no players coming in. There won't be an Italian arriving or a Dutchman or anyone else. It'll just be England and Germany competing against each other and 18 other Premier League teams. But who will do the best over 38 games? Let's simulate a year in the future. Will it be England or Germany? Will it be Gareth Southgate or Jurgen Lohr? Will it be Harry Kane or Thomas Muller? Will it be Pickford or Neuer? Will it be Gersons or Chilwell? Who will it be? Let's find out. Okay, here we are, a year into the future, the 31st of May 2021. The Premier League season is over and Germany have come out on top. So that's great. That's encouraging ahead of the game tonight at Wembley. Really encouraging. Germany in the Premier League, they came third, only finishing behind Liverpool and Man City. They got 71 points, Champions League finish, and they were well clear of England. Gareth Southgate in England were down in 6th, 12 points behind the Germans. But at least Harry Kane was the best player in the league, so at least we've got that. Come on, it's coming home. Harry Kane, 18 Man of the Match awards. He was the best player in the division, just ahead of Thomas Muller, who got an average rating of 7.97. Let's have a look at England first. Right, so they've came 6th, a Europa League finish, but 4 wins behind Germany. That is quite poor. Jordan Henderson, the captain. Let's have a look at the players. See if anyone's been sent out on loan. Ben White, they got rid of him on loan. Sam Johnston hasn't played a single minute. The best player, obviously, Harry Kane. Then you've got Raheem Sterling and Jordan Henderson. I can never understand when we've done these simulations, why doesn't Jadon Sancho play more? I know Gareth Southgate doesn't fancy him in reality, but on FM, surely Jadon Sancho should be one of the first names on the pitch. Phil Foden, he hasn't really played much. Even Jude Bellingham only made 12 substitute appearances across an entire season. I mean, that's just strange. A 4-3-3 formation. Dominic Calvert-Lewin ended the season up front, only getting 3 goals. In total, there were 3 Englishmen who hit double figures: Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford. Jack Grealish, he played a lot, so that'll appease the gammons. I mean, I'm saying that as if Jack Grealish is a bad player. Jack Grealish is absolutely incredible, but it's just your Dar seems desperate for him to be in the starting 11. Let's have a look at the schedule for England, see how they got on. Maybe they've had a cup win. Maybe okay, they got knocked out of the League Cup in the second round, so that was pretty bad. As for the FA Cup, beaten on penalties. Oh, Christ's sake, England losing on penalties. God, if we get beat on penalties by the Germans, man, it's going to be awful. They do 2-2 in the FA Cup, 5th round with Man United. John Stones and Jadon Sancho missing penalties to send Man United through. But how did the head-to-head games go with Germany? The first one at Wembley ended in a 2-1 win for Jurgen Lohr's men. Could this be a sign of things to come? 20 minutes in, John Stones was sent off. Leon Goretzka and Sane for the Germans, Harry Kane for England, but it wasn't enough to send England to 3 points. I was going to say send England through, but there was nothing on the line here, just 3 points. But it was 3 points that went to Germany. What about the return fixture, which was, of course, at Bramall Lane? It was a 2-2 draw. England haven't been able to beat Germany all season. Jordan Pickford's had stinkers in both games. A 6.3 rating away from home. In the home game, he was even worse, 5.5, and the poor lad got injured. He had an awful time against Germany. Hopefully, things don't go that badly for him this evening at Wembley. Like I say, if you're watching this ahead of time, like after the game, then either we'll be celebrating or we'll just be crying our eyes out. Either way, this is still kind of relevant, is it? Germany have finished ahead of England and they didn't lose a single game to England. So based on this, we've got no chance against the Germans. Let's see if they had any cup success, because that would just, take the absolute biscuit. They were knocked out of the League Cup early by Liverpool. They went further than England though. As for the FA Cup, they also went further than England, but they were beaten in the quarter-final by Liverpool. So there we have it. The Germans are much better than England. How much better? 12 points, 4 wins. England didn't even get a consolation win against Germany. Really, we haven't got anything to be excited about. But I mean, Euro 2021 is... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to simulate a month into the future. Let's see what happens to Euro 2021. Obviously, Jurgen Low is still the German manager. Gareth Southgate is still the England manager, even though they're managing them in at domestic level. But what will happen at the actual international tournament? I kind of just have this England getting beat by Germany. Surely we've got to have something... something to raise the spirits. Let's see what happens. Right, here we are, the 12th of July 2021. The England job is available, so that's not really a good indicator. England manager sacked. Gareth Southgate has been sacked from his role as England team manager by the FA. He's still the manager of England at club level, but what happened for England at the Euros? They were beaten in the second round, going out in embarrassing fashion. They drew 0-0 with Austria, and they were beaten on penalties. Could that be England's fate in the second round? As for Germany, where did they do? How did they do? Why can't I say Germany? They beat Wales in the second round. Did they make it past the quarters? They didn't. They were beaten 3-1 by Italy in the quarterfinals. That's been enough for Jurgen Low to remain in the job. But these teams have still got another year of the transfer ban. So maybe we should do one more year. Just based on this, England have got absolutely no hope. But maybe he's in a second season where Gareth Southgate hasn't got the pressure of being the actual England manager. Maybe he can gazump Germany in a second season. Come on, let's simulate one more year, just to give us something to pin our hopes to, because at the minute things are looking absolutely desperate. Let's simulate a year into the future. Let's see if this time England can finish above Germany. Maybe even get a win against them. Maybe at least just not lose. Let's see what happens. Right, here we are, another year into the future, the 5th of June 2022, and as you can see, the England job's available in the Premier League. Gareth Southgate has lost both of his jobs in the space of a year. This is going all levels, all kinds of wrong, so wrong on every possibility. It is going wrong. Germany once again finishing above England. This time they've been even better. They finished 20 points ahead of England, which has left Gareth Southgate without any job available. He's lost the international job and now he's lost the club job. As for Germany, they nearly won the whole Premier League. They were only 3 points behind Liverpool and Man City, what a battle that was. Liverpool winning the title by 2 goals, but Germany only 3 points behind them. As for England, they have finished 9th, an appalling season for England, but Germany once again proving that, based on this, they're loads better than us. We're going to get absolutely spanked at Wembley tonight. Let's have a look at the schedule, see if Germany won any cups. They were in the Champions League as well, man. They've had a great time. League Cup, they were beaten in the quarterfinals by Southampton. FA Cup, they were beaten in the quarterfinals by Wolves. As for the Champions League, they didn't actually make it through the group stages, where they had a very tough group. Bayern Munich, Inter Milan and Barcelona. I mean, that is exceptionally difficult. How did the head-to-head games go? Interestingly, a little bit of redemption for England in the first game at Wembley. A 2-1 win, Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford getting the goals for England and giving them finally a win over Germany. How did the return fixture go? Let's have a little look. It was a 2-2 draw. England have gone unbeaten against Germany. Just ignore the fact that they finished 20 points behind them and Gareth Southgate's got the sack. They didn't lose in the second season to Germany. So based on that, clearly football's coming home. But in reality, based on Football Manager, this German squad is a lot better than England. 2 seasons in a row, they have finished well clear of England. They've got better in the second year. They nearly won the entire Premier League. As for England, they couldn't even finish in a European position in the second season. The first season was disappointing. The second season was just embarrassing. Based on this, Nebby's football isn't coming home after all. We will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.